The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Let's go. This 2nd and 4.
3, hot 70, hot.
Here's a give up the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now. Hey, go steal. Red, yellow.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The Cowboys at 5-4 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Strike, strike. Ready?
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Green jack. Red, cycle. Smash, red. Black shot. Ready, ready.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Shedding through the defense. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Hands it off out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 89 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. You look at this Cowboy defense. They are #2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
60 average, 60 Bobcats.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Escapes the defender. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Now Reddick. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders 14, Cowboys nothing. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Okay, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And Lance's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Hey, green. Set.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back. Swoop, and that time that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there, and you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game, but ultimately you really can't force what isn't there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Ready.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Commanders' 38.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide 8. 26.
Now it's the backup Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's Reddick to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Hands it off out of the gun. Gets past one man. There he goes, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
7 Pirates.
Reddick sets to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18, cut 19.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Come on.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's Reddick. And it's caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal, Washington.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And another negative play there as they stop him again.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That good for 19 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a big turnover there as his guys
scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 2nd and 6. Reddick sets to pass it. He's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the route is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. First down, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. But now an audible here into something else. From the red zone now, Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
54, go to 54, wide 80. Hey, 47. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Everyone, kill. Here we go, 46. Then we're going to 53.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Jeudy, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. It's complete, and he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a three-score game as the lead remains 18. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is caught inside the 15. Big yardage that time for Washington. 64 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Three, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pat the street.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And this will... The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been entered. But it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, check mega. Blue striker. Ready?
Desperation time here. Lance. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. But this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
White.
Lance looks to throw again. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit.
And it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The 1st down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 22 needle.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team